Good afternoon. If the firm that you are working for is looking to hire and contract with a medical insurance company, and it had been looking for the right one a long time ago, and if your brother is having also a medical insurance company, so would you hire the company of your brother to be the company that will provide such service to the company that you are working for? Please stay with me till the end of this session in order to get to know what is the right action. Today, inshallah, we will continue focusing on and talking about the code of conduct. We will mainly talk about the conflict of interest. So what is conflict of interest? Conflict of interest occurs when undisclosed personal interest influence or even appear to influence your decisions through your performance at your duties of your workplace. Conflict of interest may be direct and indirect. Direct when it's related to the employees or director themselves, and indirect when it's relating to the relatives or the close friends of the employees or directors. There is a gold rule that each employee and director must understand, must focus on, and even memorize when he is working in an ethical environment, which is all employees and directors never put yourself or put themselves in situations where their personal interest might benefit or even appear to benefit from their existence or from their background and even from their decisions at their workplace, because definitely this will create conflict of interest which require disclosure by any of the employees whom may be witness to such case. In order to elaborate more, let me add that all employees and directors cannot serve as directors on part-time basis or in their free time to any of the companies that's either supplying goods or providing services to the company that they are working for, because definitely this creates conflict of interest. And the same goes for the relatives and their close friends, unless they are having an approval or a permission from the person in charge at their company. Also, all employees and directors cannot and may not have either ownership or a part of ownership or a financial interest at any of the company that either providing services or selling goods to the company that they are working for or even competing with, because this definitely creates conflict of interest. The same goes for their relatives and their close friends. So let me give you some examples in order to clarify this matter. Like what? Like hiring untrained relative in order to provide a service or to sell goods at your company, although this relative may not have the best service or the best goods, but because of his relativeness to the employees or the directors who is available at the company, so he got this untrained or unqualified relative supplier who may provide this kind of service or goods with the highest prices and with the lowest quality, and this definitely will harm the company. Also, like hiring unqualified job candidate for a specific job, although he may not have the right skills or qualification for having such a job, but because of his relationship with the employee or director, then he was able to get such a job. Also, like sharing information about the company's activity to maybe to a competitor and gaining money out of this, or like sharing the customer's information to outside party, and also in return of this he gains money, the employee or director. Also, like failure to report or failure to investigate a co-worker or a subordinate violation of the code of conduct or wrongdoing action due to his relationship or his relativeness to one of the employees or directors at the company, or when reporting a violation to a supervisor, and this supervisor may work as or may have a close relationship with the person of this violation. Also, like having an ownership or a financial interest at any of the companies that either providing services or selling goods to the company that they are working for. Also, like forming unionship when there is more than one employee are close friends, and they form at that time unionship, and they can do unethical action and unethical behavior and wrongdoing action, and they are backing each other, they are supporting in each other, and they are covering each other, and no one can disclose this to the right person. This is all against the benefits and against the interests of the company that they are working for. And all these are examples of the conflicts of interests. And all these actions may and will result definitely in harming and causing harm to the company that they are working for, and may resulting also in having a bad reputation. Because usually having ethics at the workplace resulting in goodwill as well as good relations with the employees themselves and even the customers and all these stakeholders at the company. And it will help always to maintain and sustain the company operations and processes. So let us back again right now to the example that we mentioned at the beginning of this session. If the company that you're working for is looking to have a medical insurance company, and if your brother is having also a medical insurance company, so would you hire the company of your brother or not? Is it ethical? Actually, no, you cannot hire it. Because here you will have definitely a conflict of interest resulting from your desire to help your brother and your objectivity in selecting the right medical insurance company. These two desires will not meet together. So, however, if you remove yourself from the selection process and if you make a proper disclosure, then here your brother's company may compete in a fair competition, and also your company will be able to select the right medical insurance company with the most competitive advantage to its operation and to its processes and to its conditions and terms. And this here, if this happens, then there will be no conflict of interest. I think from my own point of view, conflicts of interest is the most common source of having unethical behavior at the workplace. Therefore, I'm inviting all the employees and directors to read much more about this topic, even if they were not having at their business a code of conduct, and even if they are not working in an ethical company. But ethics comes from the person himself first, from your values, as we said before, and from your principles. And then when you go to your business, you have to bring these ethics and these values and these principles with you. You have to use it at your business in order to work in the right platform and on the right trend. So I hope that each one of you had made a good use of our session of today, and inshallah by next time we'll continue talking about the code of conduct. Until we meet again, it's goodbye.